Out of the thousands of lights we see in the night sky, one recently did something no one expected. It gave off a glow so vibrant, so intensely green, that astronomers couldn't believe it was real. To make it even stranger, it's not from Earth. It's not even from our solar system. This is an object traveling through space at impossible speeds, coming from somewhere between the stars themselves. Its official name? 3I/Atlas. But what it represents is much bigger than just another rock in the sky. This is only the third known interstellar object humans have ever seen, and it's glowing in a way that no other known interstellar object ever has. The question is, why? What's causing this eerie neon light show, and what secrets could a glowing green space traveler hold about other planets, other systems, even other kinds of life? Let's break it down, because beneath the light show may lie one of the strangest, most misunderstood cosmic events of the decade. Let's start with what's confirmed. 3I Atlas is not from here. Its trajectory, the path it travels through space, is distinctly hyperbolic. That means rather than orbiting the sun like everything else in our solar system, it just passes through. Its incoming speed and angle tell astronomers that it's unbound by the sun's gravity, a key signature of interstellar visitors. The 3I in its name refers to the fact that this is only the third confirmed interstellar object, after Oumuamua in 2017 and 2I Borisov in 2019. Both sparked massive interest, but Atlas may turn out to be the most revealing yet. Why? Because unlike Oumuamua, which was rocky and tumbling strangely, and Borisov, which resembled a standard comet, Atlas breaks the mold. It's visibly active, emitting gas, showing a distinct coma, and even trailing a tail, while also displaying active color transformation. That's where things started to get weird. In late 2025, new telescope images began circulating on both scientific databases and amateur astronomy forums. These weren't ordinary pictures. These were filtered, zoomed-in shots showing 3I Atlas glowing bright green in the darkness of space. At first, many dismissed it as artifacting or post-processing tricks. But quickly, large observatories like Keck in Hawaii and the European Southern Observatory confirmed it. This object was emitting a real, detectable green hue, something that's only been observed a handful of times in cometary bodies, and never from an object that came from outside our solar system. What causes a comet to glow green? The phenomenon may sound exotic, but it's actually a well-established process in chemistry. The glow is caused by the presence of diatomic carbon molecules, commonly referred to as C2 gas. These molecules become excited when exposed to ultraviolet radiation from the sun. When that happens, dicarbon molecules emit light in the green portion of the visible spectrum. This turns the entire area around the comet, the coma, into a soft, radioactive-looking green sphere that fades over millions of kilometers. It's fairly rare to see it clearly from Earth, and even rarer to see it this intensely. But the brightness wasn't the only shocking thing. Scientists also noticed that the concentration and emission patterns of the glow weren't uniform. Instead, they seemed deliberate, as if the material wasn't randomly escaping the object's surface. That fired up one of the Internet's favorite pastimes, wild speculation. The conspiracies began fast. Some amateur astronomers on platforms like Reddit and X, formerly Twitter, claimed the glowing patterns looked too artificial, too smooth, too consistent. Others pointed out that 3I Atlas has a rotation pattern far more stable than most natural objects. Normal comets tumble or rotate erratically because they're made of loose ice and rock. But Atlas? Reports suggest that it's moving in a controlled spin, almost like an engineered satellite rather than a chaotic rock. With that, the theories exploded. Some claimed it was a probe from another civilization. Others speculated it could be debris from a spacecraft, possibly a dormant alien technology thrown out from the collapse of a faraway star system. Others went further, suggesting the object was emitting signals. These ideas, of course, have no scientific basis. Agencies like NASA and major global space institutions were quick to debunk them, reaffirming that there's no evidence of artificial origin, not in structure, composition, trajectory, or emissions. But that didn't stop the engagement. In fact, the speculation helped push Atlas into news cycles worldwide, especially when combined with the startling new images flooding in. So while the internet debated aliens, scientists had bigger questions, because the real mystery was actually deeper than any conspiracy. The attention Atlas received allowed scientists to point multiple high-power telescopes at it across the electromagnetic spectrum. Using advanced spectroscopy, researchers began breaking down the light emitted by Atlas's coma, the glowing zone around the nucleus. What they found was potentially groundbreaking. Not only was diatomic carbon present, but they detected traces of organic compounds, including simple hydrocarbons. These aren't new to space. They're commonly found in meteorites and comets. But what's significant is the environment they came from. Because Atlas didn't form in our solar system, its chemistry is basically an unopened letter from another star. And when you study how this alien chemistry compares to Earth-bound comet material, you begin to spot subtle but important differences. Researchers believe this could suggest variations in stellar evolution, or even evidence of different types of planetary systems where elements exist in different ratios. That's huge, because it gives us indirect insight into how planetary systems across the galaxy might develop, evolve, or fail to sustain life over time. So the interstellar comet isn't just a glowing green blur. It's a potential chemical time capsule from a system we'll never see up close. Every particle of gas it sheds is like reading the DNA of another star's neighborhood. And perhaps even more intriguing, there's a growing theory among astronomers that this comet isn't the whole story. Some scientists believe 3I Atlas may only be a fragment of a much larger body. There's data suggesting that the object might have been part of a bigger interstellar structure, possibly a dwarf planet or a larger comet that broke apart. These fragments could have been ejected during gravitational encounters, like when a young star system's gravity slingshots icy bodies out into interstellar space. Over time, some of those pieces would wander across the galaxy, drifting silently, until one just happens to cross our path. That might explain the object's strange stability, and it raises a chilling possibility. If Atlas is a piece, there may be others, either already missed, silently flying beyond detection, or on their way now. Atlas might not be a fluke. It could be the first piece of a much bigger interstellar puzzle, one that we're only just starting to put together. Then there's the astrophysical angle. According to simulations using data from ESA and NASA, Atlas likely originated several light-years away, possibly from a system with lower metallicity, which would give it trace chemical signatures not common in our solar system. That alone would imply planetary formation processes following an entirely different game plan than what occurred around our Sun. To anyone who studies planetary science, this is thrilling. We're essentially being handed free samples of material from areas we've never reached. Prior to interstellar discoveries like this, the only way we could analyze deep space was by sending spacecraft like Voyager or waiting for asteroid samples to make it back. Now, we have objects falling into our observational range with zero effort on our part. That's beyond luck, and it's starting to feel like a pattern. We have to ask the big question: what does this tell us about the universe? If interstellar comets are this capable of delivering foreign chemistry, and maybe even organic material, then they may have been critical players in spreading the ingredients for life not just across a single system, but across the entire galaxy. Some researchers call this a form of galactic panspermia, a process where life, or the seeds of life, might travel from one star system to another on the backs of objects like Atlas. Think about that. If a few molecules of carbon can survive tens of thousands of years in the freezing dark and then warm up near a star like ours, what else could they seed? Could planets like Earth have needed a visitor like this to start the process? Forget sci-fi. This is hard science now. And when you cross-reference that with the likelihood that more of these interstellar visitors are coming, or have already come and gone, you begin asking if we've been part of a cosmic exchange program all along. We start